this guy, I think he was a crack and smackhead, and he'd like rob up and down like one street. His sponsor goes, you should probably make amends to them people that one street you used to rob the whole time. I guess he was in the neighbourhood, and so whenever he needed something, he would just nick stuff from up and down that road. So the guy goes up and down that street, knocking on doors, telling people, listen, so I used to rob your house in between this era and this, this date and this date. A lot of people are like, whoa, okay. Like mostly that sort of stuff. People are baffled and confused by it. What I love about it, Joe, is like when you're on that journey, you might as well be Frodo or someone in the Shires, innit? You've like elected to step out of reality and you're on some quest. And like, unless you meet someone else, like a fellow traveller, like, and you're like, oh, you're on the trip, man. Like, people are just like, what are you doing? You didn't have to do that. The whole world is geared to get whatever you can get, take whatever you can take, get away with whatever you can get away with. Yeah. Anyway, one door this geezer knocks on. The woman answers the door and goes, our son is a drug addict and we've been blaming him. And he was like, he always said he never done it. He's a heroin addict. And whenever stuff would go missing from our house, we go, you little bastard, you've been nicking stuff. And he would go, I wouldn't do that. I've not done it. And he actually hadn't. So they went, thank you for relieving us of that thing. So the guy had this sort of miraculous encounter that ended up absolving. They said something like, thank you for relieving us of the false condemnation of our son, who we now know is innocent. So it's like he entered into a field of the miraculous.
It is about the other person getting an opportunity to heal from the harms that you've caused them. And it ain't easy. It ain't easy facing people. This guy was a driving instructor and he really helped me. He was an older fella. I really liked him. He was a real lovely fella, and he helped me get through my driving, my lessons and my test and all that. And I owed him like 100 quid, I think, 80 quid. I remember it was 80 quid, right? And it was on my mind for so long. At the time, I couldn't hold down a job. Everything was going on drinking drugs. So I was basically unemployable. Now I get a new job, it lasts a little bit. And in my head, it was like, as soon as I got my driving license, everything's going to be all right. But the real problem was I couldn't stop drinking and using. So I was fucking useless anyway. And he got me through my test. I passed and the same chaos continued. And I never paid him. And it was on my mind for years. Every now and again, I think of him like, oh, I've got some money now. I should sort that guy out. And he had a disabled daughter and everything. You know?
My God.
Yeah. And a few years later, I managed to find him. I found his old website and that, and I knocked on his door. And he remembered me as well. And it was actually a real beautiful experience. And I told him, I'm in recovery. I'm not like that now. If there's anything I can do, there's the money. I think an extra 20 quid as well. I didn't have a lot of money at the time, but you know what I mean? It was just, for me, that one felt good because I didn't want to do that to him. But I had no fucking choice. Money comes in, bang, drink drugs straight away. There was no other way of living for me at the time, And that one was a relief, and that was a relief to do that. And I'm glad that it did go well.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled returns, or have you filed every year but still keep owing? Isn't it annoying? It's not fair, is it? It's simply not fair. We need a revolution. Till then, though, did you retire and suddenly get hit with a tax bill you didn't expect? Near the anus. Are you a business owner with messy books and a balance you cannot afford? Near the anus. Maybe you pulled money from your 401k or IRA early and now the IRS want their share. I'm sick of them guys. However your tax issue started, the outcome is the same. Fear, fretfulness, anxiety. Stop what you're doing and call Tax Network USA. They specialise in tax controversies and help taxpayers nationwide get back on track by resolving back taxes and unfiled returns once and for all. Whether you owe $10,000 or $10 million, their team has resolved over $1 billion in tax debt. They can do the same for you. Call them. Call 1-800-958-1000, that's 1-800-958-1000, or visit tnusa.com/brand, or click the link below. There's a link down there. Tax Network USA, stop what you're doing.
That's beautiful, that one. That's a beautiful one. Can you remember, like, what he said and how his little face was?
He was shocked. He goes, yeah, I do remember you. I can't believe it. I really can't believe that. I don't know what to say. I'm so shocked. I just don't know what to say. But in a nice way, like, it was a nice look of shock. Like, no one's ever, done something like that. It is bizarre, isn't it? I don't know how I'd deal with it if someone knocked on the door like, hey, look, you remember I robbed all that stuff off you? Here it is. Or whatever, what? That's not how it goes out there. People don't live like that. So I think that through the step 9s, you are entering the world of the spirit. You're living a different way, and you're doubling down on it. You this is me now. This is how I live, work for God now. And I'm all right with that.
Thanks for watching the video. Have a look at this one over here, or join us Monday, Wednesday and Friday on Rumble.